Looks like we're going to be finally getting some Last of Us Part 2 news in just a little bit over 2 weeks away, and I couldn't be more excited. How's it going, everyone? It is Online here. Welcome back to another video, of course, as always. If you guys haven't heard about it already on Twitter, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Jeff Keighley recently just tweeted out, like, maybe a little bit over an hour ago, that he did get invited to a Last of Us Part 2 media event. It's going to be going down on, I believe, September 24th, which is next Tuesday, so about 2 weeks from tomorrow. And yeah, you can only presume they're going to show up the game. We're going to get a bunch of information probably following that event, maybe a couple days after. That should hopefully be a lot of great news. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to take the chance to talk about what I think they'll show up, because this is going to be a media event that a lot of them are going to fly out to and actually, you know, participate in. So you can only presume that certain stuff will be shown off, like possibly the press playing the game, and ultimately what do I think is going to get revealed? Quite a bit of information. And yeah, so I guess the first thing I really want to talk about is obviously a release date, because that's the thing that everyone wants to know the most. If there's anything, one like guaranteed thing out of this is definitely a release date. It's pretty much for sure. You know, the two things I've always been saying that we're not going to hear about next are the collector's editions and just, you know, what you could pre-order and stuff. And yeah, that and a release date obviously are like the two big key parts. We got that with Death Stranding in May, and just, yeah, those are just milestones that you need to talk to the consumer about so they know what to do and plan ahead, and just it makes complete sense. That's what we're going to be at least getting here. But since this is a media event, my hopes are going a little bit higher, considering, you know, the press actually have to go out there. I imagine they're only having to go out there because they're going to play the game. I don't know why else they would go out there just for like a trailer and information that they just released all of a sudden on Death Stranding anyway. Not like press were really told about that beforehand, so I can only presume that they're going to be playing a bit of the game. The thing they've always done in the past, the games like Days Gone, God of War, Spider-Man, and like every single exclusive in recent memory, is that they do actually fly out the press a couple months before the game comes out, and they let them play about maybe an hour or two of the game. With Days Gone, I believe it was like the first beginning couple of hours, maybe a little bit cut past like the opening of the game. But God of War was like a straight shot. It was like the first 2 hours of the game, then you got impressions on that. Due to this being, you know, a press event, I can only imagine that they're going to be able to play the game. It makes sense, you know, this game's rumored to come out in February and March, so if this is the event, that would make sense completely, considering you can't really do something in like December when people are going off in the holidays and stuff, and November's for Death Stranding, and just the sooner the better, I guess. That completely makes sense in my mind that they'll be able to play the game, and we might get some like impressions based on that. In terms of what they're going to release to the public, as I said before, we'll probably get a release date easily. You know, the editions that are going to be available to buy for the game, and whether that's a new trailer or a gameplay demo, I want to imagine that it's probably going to be something with like gameplay, considering they're going to be letting the press play the game. But honestly, it can go either way. It might be a story trailer or something like that. Usually they like to wait for like closer to launch, so I might say that's going to be later, but definitely hopefully some more gameplay and stuff. And yeah, honestly, if I want something out of this, I want gameplay, because I don't want to see more of the game's story. I don't even really want to see Joel, because I just want to play the game for myself and just kind of see how the story unfolds and just have that first time experience that I did with Last of Us 1 without you know, knowing too much before the game came out. And of course, that's always like the best thing and most ideal way you could play a game, obviously, is going in as blind as possible. So, you know, knowing things from the past and how Naughty Dog likes to show a lot before the game comes out, I'm hoping they don't show too much here. I mean, yeah, I just only hope they don't show off like a lot of big important stuff that we're gonna find out by just playing the game ourselves. So in terms of that, I've pretty much covered single player. You know, obviously that's kind of self-explanatory. Multiplayer, on the other hand, you know, there is a big fan base for that, and yeah, it would make sense, you know, if the game's coming out soon. I feel like they'll probably just wait a little bit though. I feel like, yeah, you can't get everything obviously in one day. The multiplayer reveal for The Last of Us 1 was like a week before the game came out. I've said in previous times, I don't think they're going to wait obviously that long. We'll probably get something later this year, maybe early next year. One of my friends did mention that, you know, if they want to do a Last of Us Part 2 beta like they did with Uncharted 4, that would probably have to be in December, which is true, so maybe they will announce something like a pre-order bonus that you get into the beta, like they did with the Nathan Drake collection, right, where you got access to the beta if you pre-ordered the Nathan Drake collection. Maybe they do something similar, but like actually pre-ordering the game. So yeah, that's on the cards as well. So honestly, anything can go. Just really excited to see anything about the game, and just knowing when I could play it is just all I really want here. And yeah, Outbreak Day is looking possible. I mean, everyone comments that on all my videos, and I always say that I don't think it will be Outbreak Day. It looks like it might be Outbreak Day because Outbreak Day actually does take place like 2 days after this event. So I could see Sony doing something where they let the press play the game, and then they give them like a day or two to write up their thoughts, and then an embargo drops on like Outbreak Day or something alongside like the new, you know, release date and stuff like that. Yeah, I could see that totally happening on Outbreak Day, like everyone's been saying, possibly. So yeah, it looks like just a little bit over 2 weeks away. You know, I've seen a lot of excitement for Last of Us Part 2. It's my most anticipated game easily, and it definitely seems like a lot of your guys' most anticipated game as well. So yeah, man, we're getting close. I feel like this is just, we're we're super close, honestly, to just getting a lot more information than we have previously known before, and just having that release date is all I really want. So yeah, looks like just a little bit over 2 weeks away to end off September. We're going to be getting some cool Last of Us Part 2 news, and it's just nice to have something kind of confirmed out there, and just no longer speculating, honestly, and just knowing that in 2 weeks' time, we'll have a lot more to basically base off our, excitement for the game, besides, last year's E3 demo, which was 14 months at this point. So yeah, it's kind of wild, honestly. So yeah, I guess that being said, thank you guys so much for the support recently on the videos. I will be doing my Control review coming up here shortly within the next few days here. Totally wanted to get it out sooner than I did, but yeah, just college and everything that I've just been starting up here, just had to push it back a little bit, but it looks like it'll be coming out here in a few days, which is really exciting. And then yeah, still also want to do a video talking about Uncharted multiplayer, so that's also in the cards, yeah, within the next few days after that video. So yeah, of course, I've been online as always, or Brandon. Make sure to subscribe if you liked these kind of videos and want to be notified of future videos like these. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.